Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Hope you're having a great day or night, whatever it may be. On today's podcast, I have my good friend, Andrew Paiano, the good old Canadian boy. Andrew and I toured together when he was a band called WOE IS ME. Before that, he was in a band called Abandon All Ships. That's ships, not shits. Just stand-up dude. Him and I always got along really, really well. We're still, I consider us great friends, although we don't talk that much. We haven't talked on the phone since, 2 years ago. And then, here and there on Instagram or Facebook. So it was really amazing to hop on this podcast call with him. Unfortunately, I can't fly my ass out to Canada. I wish I could. One day I'll do it. But yeah, had a great time reminiscing about some old stories that we did on while we're on tour and whatnot. So yeah, let's dive in. Let's go.
Mr. Danny Todd.
Oh shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Perfect.
Woo. Damn, sick.
Can you hear me?
Dude.
Is it delayed? Can you hear me?
What's up?
Is it delayed? Can you hear me?
No, it's just a little muffled. Are you on earpods or what are you doing?
How about now? Is it better?
Oh shit, way better. What were you on?
Yeah. No, it's on speaker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was pretty muffled.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be delayed because I'm all the way up in Canada.
Yeah, well, I did with Bo, but that was over Skype, and it seemed pretty good. But I just got this new console today, so I'm like still testing things out. Like I did so many test calls, so
perfect.
Just making sure. I got all these. It's got a MIDI controller on the side, so I got these like pre-sampled stuff I stole from some of our YouTube videos.
Look at you, Mr. Professional.
Let's see here. Let me see if you can hear this one.
I cut my arm.
Yeah.
I cut my arm. Yeah.
What is that?
Wait, let's see. I'll turn it up.
Step in my office.
Where's that from?
Can you hear it though?
Yeah, kind of. It sounds like I broke my arm. What is that?
Oh, this one.
I cut my arm.
I cut my arm. Remember when
I cut my when I fell through the bunk.
so I have this one, so the one you just heard, so it's
I cut my arm.
And then
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So I was just going through like our YouTube videos and trying to find something. Like I got a few good ones.
That's hilarious.
Tell me if you can remember. So tell me if you can remember who this is.
Burn this place down.
Burn this place down. Fucking Alex, man.
There.
Dude, you know how many times I've said that? Like in the last 6 years, randomly, like in a conversation, and I'm like, let's burn this place down. And people look at me and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't get it. You would have to, they have to hear that to understand it. What's going on, man?
Oh, shit!
What?
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh, shit!
What is that?
Oh,
who is
shit!
That? Who is that?
That's you.
Oh my god!
Oh, shit!
That's so fucking...
When you
That's fucking funny.
Just because we're going off of this, like I can hear it perfectly fine, and since I'm recording, like I have my own channel, you have your own channel, and then the sound effects have their own channel. When you listen to this back, you'll hear everything pretty good. Unfortunately, right now our connection is just through Bluetooth. I was supposed to get a certain cable, but everywhere I went,
it sounds really good though.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, it sounds really good on my end.
Well, I think it's just
man.
The Bluetooth. When I was doing my tests earlier, the straight cable in sounded way better than Bluetooth, but that kind of makes sense. But,
okay. Got you.
But with the straight cable, the person on the other end couldn't hear the sound effects, and I was like, well, I gotta have the sound effects. Like,
no, yeah, you need that.
This makes so much sense.
100%. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I had a fun like couple hours just looking through YouTube and ripping them from YouTube because I don't know where my hard drive is.
Yeah, I study. Oh yeah, from those days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, but that's the best. Dude, YouTube's gonna be there forever. You can always just
Right.
go
Yeah.
back and.
I mean, and they are
That's
my
crazy,
videos,
man.
so fuck it.
Well, yeah, yeah, true. So you can use it.
So, dude, how you been,
Good, man.
man?
What made you want? Good, man. Crazy. I literally haven't talked to you in probably. I mean, we talk, but
I think
random, like messaging.
besides like randomly here or there, I think just for questions, like a random, hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
I think the last time we spoke was when all y'all were when Kyle passed.
Yeah,
You guys were all over
think
there,
so.
and we I like called one of you guys on the phone, or someone called me, and we were chatting for a little bit.
that's right.
I think that's the last
Yeah,
time.
probably 2 years ago.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, it's been almost 2 years.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's so weird how like I don't know who I was saying this to, me and my brother, but I was like, dude, you go from like spending your life together with people for like 5-6 years
Yeah.
every day, and you're just in constant contact, and then it's just like boom, it vanishes,
Gone.
and you're just like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Oh no,
weird.
definitely. Yeah.
And music is touring, and it's such a weird ass concept, and I just hate the whole the whole stigma and like, oh man, I'm starting a band, I'm gonna be like the coolest dude, I'm gonna fucking tour and I'm gonna love it. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna love it. You're gonna love it for the first 3 tours.
Or maybe not even like the first 3, like maybe like half of the first one, and then you're like, okay, I miss
This
my
is
dog.
what it is.
Yeah, you're like, fuck,
Yeah,
this is
100%.
work.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what it is, and like it's so hard to explain that to like fucking young artists. Am I allowed to swear on this, by the way?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll try not to, but
oh, dude.
yeah.
I don't give a
But yeah,
fuck.
like I feel like we're just plays down. But what was I gonna say? Yeah. So the thing is, I feel like there needs to be more like I don't know, someone shining light on that whole aspect of touring, because it's so like glorified to be this like, oh man, world. I mean,
Right.
dude, it really isn't, man. It really isn't. Like, I think if you interviewed fucking 100 artists who've toured longer, like professionally, I'm not talking like
Yeah.
guys who are like, passion projects, like the shit we did, where you were, dude, people would kill to have your job. And let's say, not to say you hated it at the end, but you probably weren't the happiest towards the end of the touring cycles. I don't think you were.
Well,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Speaking personally, I mean, the reason I stopped right now, I mean, I'm taking a big step back, and I mean, I did have fun on my last tour or the last few, but it was like I just started feeling burnt out, and it was like becoming more of like an unhappy, like, oh, this is just a job kind of thing. So I was like, all right, time to hang it up.
Sure.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And but the thing is I feel like if you could turn it off and on and like pick and choose and be like, okay, I'll do a tour a year, like I like get the fix and get out, then it's good.
Yeah.
But when it becomes like, oh, Danny, we're going on tour, we're going fucking 2 months North America, and we're a month to Europe, and it's just like it becomes like just a little bit monotonous. You're like, what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Same thing day in, day out. How much content can you keep recreating for the same band? Really?
Well, that's
you know
another
what I mean?
thing. It's like it's almost the same shit, different, just music, different look. So like when I did get to tour with like In This Moment, for example, it was pretty sick because like, well, one, their stage stuff is crazy. It's so cool. Like, well, I mean, their music is interesting and it's pretty badass, but like all the stuff that I've usually toured with, like, when you were in WOE Is Me, Mice and Men, like they're not doing makeup. They don't have a theme. It's just party and rage. So like that having was like a nice little break, because it was like, holy shit, like there's a lot more things to be creative with. But when it's like the same thing,
for sure,
it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, you're just literally, no matter what band you go to, if it's a metalcore band, we all look the same. We all act the same. We all say the same shit on stage. Everybody did the same thing. I mean, I say we do as if I'm still doing it, but no, you know what I'm trying to say back then.
Oh yeah,
Dude, we're like old washed up men, talking about like our prime, but we're still so young.
I know.
Like,
fuck. God damn.
It's good though, but dude, at the end of the day, man, like I say this all the time, like we made it out. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And like to shine some light on some crazy shit that's been going on with like,
What's up? Say that again. It kind of cut out for a second.
No, I said like it's just to shine some light on like so much shit that's happened in the last fucking 5 years of people passing away so early and so young. It's like, dude, I'm able to speak on like able to make it out of the whole music thing super positive about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And still alive and in one piece. Right. And I'm grateful for that. I'm sure everybody, like everyone else is that has been able to move on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And still find careers. It's hard. It's hard to come home and you're just like, everybody's doing normal 9 to 5 and you're like, dude, we had this go pace for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even for you, like, you're not on stage. You're still in the like limelight, like for sure.
Yeah.
You're still partying and hanging out and being cool, dude. You know?
Right. So coming home is a little bit harder because, especially like just as an example, I mean, when you were in WOE IS ME and stuff like that, like they were big bands, but I would guarantee you probably most of the time when you're home, you were like still trying to hustle to do like, luckily you wrote music and then you started getting into like photo video too. So you had those other passion projects, but like say for someone else in a band who's like, even if it's a decent sized band and they're popping, but they go home and they're like, well, fuck, I still need to like make money, but
make money.
Pride,
I still got to do something. Yeah.
It's an ego, like pride thing. I believe, like, oh
dude,
man.
It's 100% what it is. I'm not going to name names because I still talk to a lot of people, but I know people still to this day who are like some of my closest friends.
Yeah.
Who are like, dude, I just can't go get a job. It's like an ego thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they just live off whatever they can scrounge by, like doing certain shit here and there just to get by.
Making an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, exactly. And like doing shit like teach their own, but I'm like, guys, you guys got to grow up. Yeah. That chapter's closed. So now find a new passion that you're fucking stoked about. Like me, I came home and like I started a company with my brother and we've been renovating houses and doing custom builds for like
awesome.
6 years now.
And
I'm like,
amazing.
if I would have done that, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. It's hard. I guess like starting at the bottom again. Same with music. It's like a local band. You're starting as a local small company and you kind of have to build it up. But with that being said, it's like I found something that was worth investing in, and like it was scary as hell, and I was like, dude, this is weird. I'm like a peasant. That's what you feel like. Exactly. You know what I mean? You feel like you're putting on dirty old work clothes and you're like going to work, blue collar. But once it starts to like show it pays off, then you're like, yo, this is worth it. And if I would have had the amount of success I have now when I was 19 with this company, I'd be fucking laughing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the way if I had that same success in the band.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, but we can't trade in those memories that we had.
No, right. I mean, that's why like I look back and like, I think let's see, about like 10. I did this for like 10 years, about give or take, and I didn't do the college route. None of that shit. Like, I didn't have an actual job. Like, I just straight up went on tour, and I wouldn't trade any of those memories at all. But sometimes I look back and I'm like, damn, like, yeah. Memories, wouldn't trade them, but also now I'm 27, about to be 28 next week. Like now I'm kind of like, okay, time to go into have a no life mode, and then kind of get that job, plus do my other, the hustles of photo, video, podcast, stuff like that. But now it's time to kind of buckle down because daddy wants a normal life.
That's what it is. Because
turn this place
dude, at the end of the day, it's fucking funny. Oh my God, I'm gonna make that my ringtone. You gotta send it to us, put it on loop. But dude, that at the end of the day, what it is like it's not cool anymore to be, 20, 21 and like no job and to wake up at 2:00 in the afternoon when you just get up and hustle and find something else you're passionate about. You know what I mean? It's finding that, and that's the hard grind. But it's everything in life is doable. You just gotta find it. That's what it is,
Yeah, definitely.
And it's tough, but
it is tough.
Yeah,
it is weird. Sometimes I forget that we're so young. Like,
oh, dude, I'm the same way. Are you kidding me? I act like a fucking. I feel that. Oh, my back. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, this. I'm like, fucking. I mean, I'm older than you. You're what? You're 92? No.
Yeah. I turned 20. I turned 28 next week. Next Friday.
Yeah. See, okay. So I'm a 90, so I'm a 2 years older, right?
Yeah.
But still, dude, with 2
Oh,
years
you
apart,
old,
nothing.
you old fuck.
Yeah, old fuck. I'm almost 30,
shit.
but dude. Oh, it's perfect. That's amazing.
That's some
fucking
Tino.
funny.
That's some Tino right there for you.
Yeah, for sure. The sample, the DJ horn.
His is
Air
better,
horn.
but
Oh, that's funny.
I couldn't copy it too much.
No, that's good though. But yeah, no, that's what it is. We're young. That's it. We're young. We just, I don't know. The thing is probably because we look at our parents too. We're like, oh, they had a house and they had kids, and you know, like I've fallen into that. I don't want to say I've fallen into the trap, but like I bought a house like 2 years ago. No, 2 months ago. Sorry, 2 years ago. I bought a condo a year ago. I sold that, and I like trying to move my way up in the real estate monopoly world. You know what I mean?
Nice,
so I bought a house and I'm renovating that. But it's weird because it's tough because you're living to pay your mortgage. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it is. You're stuck in that grind. But you're also like, dude, if you don't do it, if you don't try to get in, you know what I'm trying to say? You got to get in the market. And I'm sure the real estate market in California is probably the exact same as Toronto. It's insane.
It's fucked. Yeah,
you know
my brother does real estate. Yeah, and I've worked with.
Oh, so you know firsthand.
Oh, dude, it's
it's nuts.
It's insane.
Like I live when I bought my first condo like last year I lived it was maybe 30 minutes from downtown Toronto, right? So I paid like $400,000 for a 600 square foot condo. Like imagine 600 square feet for $400,000. That's ridiculous.
That is pretty.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then I sold that and I bought a house literally 30 minutes north with a pool and land and a full house for $600,000.
Oh,
you know what I mean? But if you have to get in the market, you have to people are like, oh, well, you're like the old man now. You got a house, you got a mortgage. But it's like, dude, just do it. If you can do it, do it. You know?
Yeah, I might be the old man, but you're gonna be coming over to my fucking pool party, bitch.
Yeah. Exactly, right?
Fuck, call me.
So it's a lot of
old man wrinkle.
Old man wrinkles, man.
Old man wrinkle.
But yeah, no. But that's the grind, dude. I did a complete 360. People are like, you're fucking crazy. Like I get messages from Levi from Miss May. He's been kind of dabbling in renovations and construction. Like guys, it's not much different, man. Like the art world and creating shit with music is the same as creating shit when you're building houses. You know what I mean? Doing that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I actually, I hit him up. I hit him up on Levi on Instagram asking if he wanted to be on because, I mean, yeah, one because music, toured with him, great dude, and also the real estate thing. So it's also, and he just had a kid. So
yeah, that's why. That's
all
wild.
These things. It's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's totally fits. Yeah, for sure. Perfect. But yeah,
know, right?
But yeah, no, it's weird, man. It's weird, but I'm so glad that we were able to do this and freaking jump on a call and link up. I mean, I've been. But where do you? Okay, so where? Oh, I can't even. I was gonna ask you where do you live, but then I realized we're not just on a call around a podcast. So from LA, how far are you?
Oh, from LA, if I'm gonna drive and get into LA, over probably closer to 8 hours, maybe 8-hour drive.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm Northern California. I live close to Santa Cruz. I'm 45 minutes south of San Francisco. I'm in the Bay Area.
Oh, okay.
Silicon Valley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live a 5-minute drive from everything Apple and all that fun stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, man, getting back into fitness.
Oh,
I know you were the fitness dude.
Yeah. Oh,
you took a break and now you're back.
And that's another thing. I was getting kind of burnt out on the tour life and stuff like that. I always would love coming home and get in the grind. And sometimes that would be I think the most I had was 2 months at home, and I would just get in this, fitness frenzy and just get really into it again. And as soon as I start seeing the actual promising results of damn son, and then I gotta leave.
Yeah, and then you're back to fucking waking up, not working out, drinking, and not eating properly. Yeah, for sure.
So that's a huge thing that I'm really happy and stoked about because I get to have my normal schedule
Well, dude, that's the thing with fitness. It's like, okay, so this is going to be a whole nother, this is like talking about religion and politics, because fitness is like the same, in my opinion, not the same thing, but you could talk about it like that for like 12 hours. But legitimately, dude, I have been the skinny kid my whole life. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. You don't got to work out. You got this like kind of like ripped body. I'm like, dude, but I can't gain weight. So like, I've never cared to go to the gym because I've always like on the beach. I've always felt like good. Like I felt good about my body, no problem. Like I like the way I look, whatever. But then I kind of just hated being the skinny dude where you're like, okay, I'm 30 years old. Let's probably bulk up a little bit. It's been now, I've been working out now. And working out before this started, I never worked out.
Even when I was on tour with you and stuff?
Never, dude.
Fuck you.
I never worked out. I swear, I never worked out.
Just like jacked.
Yeah, everyone says that. You're like, oh, you're so ripped. I'm like, dude, I just played sports. I played soccer and like
super
my whole life. But yeah, and I think that's just genetics, being lean, like having probably like 12% body fat my whole life. You know what I mean?
Sure, some like good genetics and yeah.
Yeah, and which my dad's super lean and kind of have the same body, just taller, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, dude, it's been, my brother got married, he went on his honeymoon, so we took, maybe 3-4 weeks off from work. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to try to start going to the gym. And I hired a personal trainer. It cost me like crazy money. And I needed to, bro. I feel like I believe in like hiring professionals to like get professional results at first.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Get your grip on things.
Yeah, like I'd never been to the gym. I didn't want to start doing exercises and it seem wrong and be like going backwards. You know what I mean?
Fucking yourself up, yeah.
Yeah. So like I was eating like 3,000 calories a day and like doing this workout, and literally it worked. But now I'm at that point now where I still go to the gym 5 days a week, try to at least. But I've hit that, like I call it like the newbie game plateau.
Oh yeah.
Where like I'm at my biggest I've ever been. But now it's like so hard to pass that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, yeah. It's,
you know, for me, it's opposite than you probably. You got to watch maybe what you eat, and I don't eat enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I can't put on weight.
You're like my brother and you, my youngest brother. Well, actually, both of my fuck, dude, I can't talk. Both of my brothers are like that. They're skinny, but like, you know, shirtless on the beach, they look cut. You know, like they look good.
Yeah.
And like they can probably eat whatever they want. So like my youngest brother, he like just got like a mass gainer protein shake thing. Like meanwhile, I just start the fucking carnivore diet where I'm not eating vegetables or fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly. Fuck. It's so weird. But here's the thing, dude. I tell people all the time. I'm like, you know, people are like, oh, you're fat or oh, you're skinny. I'm like, dude, I take offense when people are saying that. As being a skinny guy, it's not offensive to say, like, I'm not like actually offended.
Yeah.
But it's the same insecurity that I'll hold as like, when someone's like, oh, you're so skinny. I'm like, dude, like it kind of hits you in a spot where it's like, dude, but I can eat as much as I want, try to gain weight. Like I didn't go to the gym for a week over the Christmas break because I was like, whatever, you know, I'm home, I don't want to go to the gym, whatever. And I lost like 7 pounds.
What?
Dude, how do you lose 7 pounds over Christmas break? Makes no sense.
That's like me, that would probably be like for me gaining 7 pounds easy.
That right?
That's insane.
And I think it's because when I'm not in gym mode, I'm not like my brain's not on like, okay, we gotta eat, we gotta come home, have some protein, eat. You know what I'm trying to say? It's on like I can wake up late, I can skip my breakfast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, I lost like 7 pounds in a week.
Dude, that's insane.
It's fucking wild. It's the craziest thing.
I mean, obviously, I would imagine that that would be just your metabolism being insane. But have you ever looked at like getting like your thyroid checked or anything?
Dude, I've heard about that. So like a friend of mine was like, you probably get your thyroid checked if you lost like 7 pounds in a week.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, I don't know. That sounds fucking probably about right. Like I do have a fast metabolism. Like that's obvious. Like clearly that indicates, right?
I would imagine. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
It's wild.
Could be. And the only reason I brought that up, the thyroid thing, is I like had to look it up because I knew there was something, but I forget what it was. So I'm not really as smart as I just made myself come off to be. So I think I have.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, there we go. Sweet. I was trying to find some other ones, but like these are the ones that like I had to rip them from the YouTube videos and like put them in.
Oh, you can like download the whole video?
Yeah!
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Dude, I still remember that.
Oh,
Dude, that's really funny.
Did I do
That's
that?
dangerous. That was dangerous. Like, if only people, whoever listens to this, could see the part, like the video, you should like tell them which link it is. That shit was dangerous. Like, that could have gone very bad. Like,
the bed one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
Like, I fell to the top level of a bunk bed. Like, I could have had a fucking steel rod impale me dead.
But you know it's even worse, and it's hilarious now looking back at it. But like, do you not remember how you like kind of fell through it, and then Kevin came and lifted, like pushed your legs above your head, because you weren't falling like we hoped. So he's like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, fuck it. Let's make it happen. And I did a backflip into the section. That's so bad.
Because in the notes that I put for like each episode, I put links and stuff. So like I'll have your social, your company's social,
yeah, of course.
And then like maybe one or two of these videos, and I'll try to remember to put maybe the exact seconds that it was that this happened.
So funny.
But dude,
oh man,
dude,
that's so good.
I was trying to. I can't really.
But like,
what?
You ever think about like shit you did on tour and you're like, I would never do that again.
Yeah.
In my age now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's one of them. That's like 100% one of them. And there's like a million other of us like do fireworks at each other's faces, like 2 feet away from each other.
Well, that's where where this one came from, I think. That one. Do you remember?
Oh,
that's the shopping cart.
That's the shopping cart, or whatever. The Roman shopping cart or something.
Yeah. You said like this is WOE Is Me, and this is the Roman shopping cart.
Shopping cart.
Oh, dude! And I was gonna pull a different sample from the beginning because it opens up with everyone, like all of us in that fireworks shop, and you're like saying something about damn Americans, damn Americans. So I wanted to put that like damn, something like that. But
oh, it's so funny.
And then this is
all the people listening are Americans. So I'm getting
And this is the only one that I purchased the Tino sound pad one. This one. And then I bought this one. I don't know. I don't know why, to be honest, but
oh shit.
No, that's good. That's good. Are you getting into pot? Like something you like always wanted to do?
No.
You seem like the Joe Rogan kind of guy.
Well,
you know what I mean?
So my first episode was last month on the 4th, and I don't know. I've kind of listened to podcasts on and off, and then I would say like maybe all of December, I started listening to them more. Like every day, like a few. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I just was like, damn, that'd be cool. Like, that'd be really cool. Like, I could see myself doing that, but I can't talk. I don't like talking. Like, I think I've mentioned it in some of my episodes or something where it's like, you know, in high school and all of my school career, I was like never wanting to talk in front of the class or like I would take a letter grade off because I wouldn't do my speech or something like that. So like,
really,
I'm like, damn, that'd be so fun. Like, that'd be so cool. Like to do, like have my own podcast. And then like, I think so on the 4th, which is when I put my first podcast out was when I just was like, you know what? Fuck it. Going to Best Buy, buying this Blue Yeti mic, and I'm just fucking doing it. Came back, recorded my first one. And I was like, fuck it, dude. Like, just do it, you pussy. Like, if it doesn't work out, okay, go back to Best Buy, return your mic, you little bitch.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Oh, dude, I think it's something, hey, at the end of the day, man, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. And the biggest thing is, you know, like you're friends with so many people that,
right?
You podcast, you're friends with so many people that would be able to shine light on a million different things.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That people find interesting, you know?
Yeah. Like, so, I mean, even you just hitting me up over, like, you know, Instagram message. Like, I 100%. Think you're, like, maybe the third person to hit me up about it. So it's like,
there you go.
Some of them it's I'm reaching out or asking, and then it's like people asking me, and then, you know, it's right now I'm kind of just running through the friends list or something like that and try and just get it down and just talk to people. I am getting some people that are asking me to be on it that I don't know, and I don't even know really what they do. And I'm like, well, maybe down the road, but for now, it's like I want to start off with the people that I know will be a good conversation, and I'm comfortable with.
You can have a conversation. Yeah, it's not forced.
Yeah,
for sure. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, no. I mean, everybody has their reason and point. Like, if I knew I was coming on a show, I know that there's something that I would want to shine light on. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like low key, and like me doing this with you is like funny. It's the funny. Like if we had to end this conversation on one note, I would literally be like, if there's anybody listening out there, it's just like, don't let music consume your life to the point where that's the only thing that brings you happiness. Because there's so much more happiness in the world than being in a fucking metal band, being in a pop band, doing that and touring the world. Because you just become a slave to the machine. You know what I'm trying to say?
Of course. No, I mean, I definitely
understand
that for sure.
Dude, it lit, like, I know it sounds so like we're going to go back to depressing shit, but like maybe shines light to help somebody down the road. But Kyle's memorial, pardon?
No, I was agreeing. Yeah, please, by all means.
Yeah, like being at Kyle's memorial last year was like, I mean, we're going to talk about music because that's probably, obviously that's that common thing we have. But it was just like everything that was being said, I was like, dude, this is so true and no one shines enough light on it.
Yeah.
Like I remember coming home from tour, like some of the biggest tours of our life that we ever did, Warped Tour, whatever, coming home and being like, dude, we just got off the coolest tour of our lives and like, I'm depressed. Why? How does that make any sense? Yeah. And you watch like Bieber's documentary on YouTube and like, he felt the same shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And people think you're crazy. I'm like, I'll tell people like random. These are guys who just like work 9 to 5s, or like my current girlfriend who like doesn't know Woe Is Me, doesn't even listen to anything remotely close to metal.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, that's how I felt. And she's like, but how? How does that make any sense?
All right.
I'm like, because you can't understand it until you go through it. But like, that's the thing, right? And it becomes just like, I wish people could understand that. But it's so hard. Like, how do you tell somebody, like, I want this my whole life? How are you going to tell them that when they achieve it, it may not be everything they think it is? You know what I'm saying?
That is tricky. Maybe because it's something like you finally get, say, you have a band, you get signed, and you start going on tours, and say you play your first Warped Tour, and while you're on it, you're having this blast at the time. You're probably like hammered 99.9% of the time. It's great.
Yep.
You're making out with chicks or dudes. I don't care where you swing, but and then you get home and you're like, maybe for like the first like the half a week you get home, you're like king of the town, hot shit. But then like it settles down. You're like, fuck, like this sucks.
Yeah, everybody's going to work in the morning,
reality.
And I'm like waking up at 3:00. That's exactly what it is. Because tour, being in a band,
it's not real.
It's being like, it's not real life. And that's the part that fucks with you so much, is like you get this happiness for 30 minutes on stage, and you would get the happiness of 30 minutes of filming a day.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the fucking day, when you have to like follow us around, for example, in your case, because that's what you were doing on tour.
Yeah.
You have to follow us around and document us. That's work. That's not fun. You want to be able to enjoy walking into like a museum or walking into like a mall. You don't want to bring your fucking camera everywhere.
Yeah. There's times where we'd go to a mall.
And you know what I'm trying to... Yeah. You got guys like me who are like, yo, Danny, don't bring the camera. And then you got other people with bands that the same band will be like, no, he's got to bring the camera. Like,
okay, I know.
But dude, he's human. He's a human being. Like, you think he wants to fucking work 9, like, you know what I mean? 24/7? Like, just chill.
I think...
But yeah, that's what it is, dude. It's reality. You come home and like, it settles in and you're like, that wasn't real life. The last 4 months weren't real life. This is real.
And
you know what I mean?
Something to kind of go into that, talk about it being like you get home and it's reality, and it's kind of flipped. So when you're on tour, say you're in a band, like for example, when you're we'll just say Woe Is Me. So when you're on Woe Is Me, you could walk around Warped Tour and, I would say a good point of the time you could get stopped at, you have to go to catering and you get stopped. It's like you're in a situation where there's thousands of people and they pretty much, I would say at least half to 70% know who you are as an individual because you play in a band. And like when you're on that tour, it feels amazing because you're like, sometimes you just want to go out for no reason just so you can get stopped, take a photo, something like that. But so when you get home and no one knows who the fuck you are,
exactly,
you're like, oh, fuck. And now you want me to get a job?
Yes. It's fucked, man. It's crazy. And I feel like there's I think now there is a few companies that have started like awareness groups, over lack of a better word. I'm not sure how you would say it, but like causes that kind of shine light on these situations because it's serious, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a serious thing. And it's not just as simple as being like, oh, mental health. Okay, well, all of us suffer in one way or another from mental health. We all do.
I think
you know what I'm trying to say?
Music Cares.
Music Cares is one. I know for sure, right? They're one of them.
I think so. I think I only really know that because I heard that they opened it up not just for the band, it's for like crew as well.
Okay,
which is
there
cool.
you go.
But I think it's Music Cares. I'm trying to look it up. Non-profit organization. Blah 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 blah.
Is it singer from August Burns Red, right? Or no? I think isn't he running or something like that? Or maybe not.
I'm not quite sure. This website is recording. No, okay. There's like so many different things. Like, oh, okay. So Music Cares. It's like a big charity, and then there's like a get help line. And I heard something about where like they do have, where is it? Like some form of like financial aid. Like there's financial assistant. I heard it takes a long time, but like say if you get hurt on tour, which I did and I had to deal with it, like it sucked. I won't go into details, but I mean it got covered and whatnot, which was great. But you know, say you're a touring musician and like, I mean, do bands nowadays do they have like health insurance?
No, definitely
so
not. I mean, I had, in my case, yeah, I did because I was Canadian, right? So I had like Red Cross, which covered me. Because they have healthcare here, it covers me in the States. They pay for it, right?
Cool. That's cool.
But as an American citizen, unless you pay into your own healthcare plan, you guys don't have anything.
Right. So
you know what I mean?
I think
which
it's
is tough.
Yeah, I think it's for them where it's like you got hurt and like you're like gonna be homeless because you can't afford this bill and they're gonna take your shit. Like I do not know too much about it. I can put some links in the description, but that's one I know of
for sure. Yeah, put it in there because I mean, dude, that's like the biggest thing. Like, and I mean, maybe based off of a lot of the demographics, maybe this helps somebody. And I mean, we didn't have this stuff. We just had to like kind of come home and troop through it. And in our case, I'm sure it's probably the same with yours. I had a lot of support family around that kind of keeps your mind off shit. And then you become like, I was able to like be around family, friends, shit that was normal. And they were able to keep me grounded and be like, listen, that's your life out there. This is your life here. And this is where you've been raised. You know what I say?
Yeah.
So I was able to keep that level head and be brought back to reality back and forth. But not a lot of people can. And it's tough. And that's the thing. Like, and I, like exactly like you said, like the biggest thing is like, in what world can you crave self-gratification? Think about this concept. You crave self-gratification. You open your tour bus door. You walk out. You get it. You get it by someone trying to be like, "Come on, autograph. Can I have your picture?" Now you're over it. You go back in your bus. You come home exactly like you said. You wake up in the morning. You crave that self-gratification. You don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that starts to fuck with your head.
That'll definitely start some depression.
Definitely.
I mean, I wasn't necessarily saying that in like a humorous way, like, but like it sucks because that's the truth, and it's kind of in a way humorous because it's like, oh, fuck, like, damn, that is true.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Right, like it's. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, everybody deals with their own shit differently.
Exactly. Yeah.
But being in a band comes with a lot of it comes with a lot of baggage. That's for sure.
Oh,
and I'm gonna say you like when I say being in a band, like you're like, oh, you're a crew member, dude. You're just as part of the band as the band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It makes shit
like
run.
Exactly. Like a sound guy, a fucking guitar tech, your video guy, your photo guy, your lighting guy. That all makes the fucking show go on. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
so everybody goes through it, right? But Yeah. We're here, bro. We're alive and we're
Dude,
talking.
I know, right?
That's the only thing we can stay positive, you know?
Oh yeah. And I will say I firsthand have noticed it mainly with like a few of the bands. I see there's a health trend kind of. I mean, and just in general, like just for the the world in California, a lot of California people, but there's a trend of being healthy and like trying to eat better. Whether that's the vegan train, I do see a lot of people on tour now that are starting to eat healthier. They're bringing their, little mini like grill so they can make their broccoli and stuff like that. Like, I do see it. Unfortunately, it's like compared to the amount of alcohol and stuff that gets, consumed and stuff, it's nowhere near that. But I do see it kind of changing a little bit. Unfortunately,
we didn't have
like,
that, dude.
Yeah, no, dude. It was just like,
hey,
hey, Dirt, where's the fucking beer, bitch?
Yeah. Yeah, or like, yo, where's our pizza? Like everyday's pizza, or if not a Jimmy John's, or if not a McDonald's, and not to sound like whatever. Yeah, you're getting paid good money, but you're still not getting enough to go eat a $25-$30 dinner every night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm home and I want to come home after a gym, I can eat like some nice Mediterranean food with like salmon, potatoes, and rice and vegetables, and it's like $26.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not affordable on tour.
No way. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, unless you want to spend like all of your money, and then you're like, you come home and you have no money at all.
No money, but you ate healthy and you drank like a fish,
dude.
So I will. At its finest.
So the hospitality rider. So usually what it would be, and I mean, obviously you know this, but I'm more for saying this to people that are listening. You get your case of beer. Usually that was like a 30 rack. Usually.
Yeah.
Of Bud Light, Yingling, and then you'd get your choice of, I mean, most of the time it's, whiskey and vodka every day.
Exactly.
Or like every show. And then obviously individuals buy their own stuff.
Yeah. Because you were sick in the head.
Of course. And I feel like, and this I don't think will ever change. I mean, maybe like individual venues could do it themselves. And I'm not saying that they should, because then I feel like certain bands or whatnot won't want to go because, well, you won't give us our beer, blah, 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 blah. Like, I wonder if they were to decrease the amount that they could give you, like legally per show, like say, sorry, hey, we can only give you one bottle, or we can give you 130 rack of beer. You got to choose, but we can't give you the 2 bottles and beer and chips and dip and stuff like that. Like, because I do feel like the alcohol doesn't help anything.
No, it never does. It never does. Like, A, how do you stay healthy? And B, how do you stay mentally healthy?
Yeah.
Not like just physically healthy. Yeah, sure. Like, whatever. Where everybody says, oh, we're young, we'll get over it, it's fine. But, like, mentally, how do you mentally stay healthy when all you're doing is, like, waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, loading in, and sound checking, and by 6 o'clock, you're tipsy.
Right.
By 8 o'clock, you're drunk. By 9:30, you're like sobering up because you sweat it all out on stage. And then by 12, you're drunk again.
And then you wake up hungover, and then you need to get drunk later before the set because you're dying already.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, if people are listening to this, they're like, dude, listen to that podcast. They sound like they're at the time. And they're like, no, it wasn't the time of our lives. It was the time of our lives for the first, let's say, exactly like you said, the first tour, the second tour. And by the third week, you're like, dude, this is miserable unless I'm drunk every night.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I'm not saying, okay, like, it was, I mean, yeah, my first, second tour, like, my first few, like, good, I'd say my first, I'd have to look and see how many laminates I have, but I think maybe, like, anywhere between, closer to 30 tours. And,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, my first, like, maybe 5 were probably, like, the most insane, probably because I was underage and couldn't legally drink. But I think once I turned 21, it was like, oh, this is scary.
Yeah.
But I'd say overall, like, if I were to do it again, I would do it again, but maybe certain little micro things I would change. But I'd say overall I did have fun.
Micro adjustment.
But like, I
Dude,
wish
we did have fun. We're alive.
I think if I were to change anything going back on my touring, drink less and try and just be a little bit more fit.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I think because our mentality's changed. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like you were trying to work out on tours. I remember you maybe like linking up on some Warped Tours and doing like random like guerrilla style workouts and shit outside with like other bands. I remember. Maybe. Yeah. But dude, that's the thing. It's like you need like-minded people around you. Imagine I woke up every morning and I was like, yo, let's go to the gym. I remember guys like Nick Miller, you know what I mean? Like Skyler Drive.
And he's still
waking
jacked,
up in the morning.
man.
Yeah, he's jacked. And like now I'm like, dude, I would totally get a lot. I'd be like, not to say we were close. We were close when we were touring, but like, if I lived in the same area, I'd be like, go to the gym with him every fucking day.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? But back then,
totally different.
I didn't see that. I was like, dude, I'm hungover, and he'd probably still go to the gym hungover. He was drinking more than us, but you know that was his thing at the time. We didn't.
That was
I
our
don't really
thing.
think our minds were there.
We were just naturally skinny. Like back then, like I would say, like when we were touring together, I was pretty naturally skinny. You know. Like a little bit on your eye, but like
tiny.
My fitness wasn't my thing yet. I was still on the coattails of coming off playing hockey all my life, so like naturally had it.
Exactly.
Like what you said about your body style, but like I just saying I wish I could go back and change it and go and work out more. Like for example, I don't remember if this was the Warped with you guys or if it was with Miss May I. Well, I did 2 Warped with you guys, but one of the times it was Every Time I Die, and they all are like the burly dudes with mustaches and and beards, and they'd have like behind their bus or bandwagon, whatever, like the bench press and stuff. And I wanted to go try and work out, but I felt like I would get like just murdered prison style.
Yeah, for sure. But that's what I'm saying. And then, like when you think about it, like this goes back to just a million things about being on tour. Like you can talk about it to people in the face, but it's literally like kids on tour with grown men.
Isn't that kind of fucked?
It's fucking weird, bro. When I think about it now, I'm like, there's like kids that are like 19. There's people that are underage because we toured with bands that are underage. There's definitely bands we toured with that are like, well, everyone's underage. Well, in the States, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, us, it's 19. You guys, 21. But everybody's fucking underage. Not fucking underage, but they're ages are underage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I started when I was 18, 19.
There you go. So you got people that are underage too, with guys that are like in their 40s. Yeah. So not only does that just cause like this odd like friction, because like how does a guy who's like someone who's 18 years old interact with someone who's 40? Exactly what you said. You didn't want to go outside the tour bus and be like made fun of, for it to be like this like scene kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kind of work out with these burly dudes who look like they fucking chop down trees for a living.
Probably have done jail time. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think they have. But that's what they look like. I don't think so. Big burly dudes.
That's exactly what they look like.
I'm sure they're sweet. I've never met them, but whatever. Yeah, dude, that's just fucking crazy, man. Like, I don't know if I'll go on tour again. Like, it's one of those just game time decisions. I think if I were to not necessarily drop anything, but like say I had to like work, I would probably maybe like, hey, like I gotta take off work to go on this Justin Bieber tour. Like, I'll do that. Like, it has to be something like legit. Like, it can't be like as much as I love the Mice and Men Boys till I die. Like, if they were to be like, hey, we're going on this tour, like a big tour, like the biggest one we've ever been on, like, can you come? Unfortunately, I would probably have to say no. But then again, like that's me really right now.
That's you right now, exactly. And who knows? Maybe the stars align. You're like, yeah, you know what, I'm craving. Let's go. We'll do a fucking whatever 6-week run or whatever the case is.
And by no means me saying that is trying to say like I'm above going on that small of a tour, even if it's huge.
No,
I'm just saying that I think the money I would lose not going to work, and like what I would have to ask to go on tour, would probably have to be a caliber of like Justin Bieber tour, where like my weekly rate would probably be like my month rate.
Exactly.
Work.
No, for sure.
So
of tour. No. for sure. Well, I mean, dude, like me, I haven't thought about like when I was what was me aside, but like we did an abandoned all ships like reunion 10-year anniversary a couple years ago, right? We wrote a song, I recorded it in my basement, we did the music video, and then we did like a one reunion show with the original members, which was sick. It sold out. It did really well. But that's the thing, dude. Is like you do all that and you start feeling like you're getting back into the old habits and shit. And you're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to turn this off and go back to life because I don't like where this is going.
You knew where it was gonna go.
Yeah, but at first I found myself being the one to like care again, right? Because I was like, oh, you can remember like what was the band that like I got to do everything with, but Abandoned Ships was like the baby band.
Yeah, wait, that's where you started everything.
Close to home. Yeah, like what was me was like I got to like see the world, but it felt like a job.
But and you wouldn't
with
have
all that being said,
been noticed and joined What Was Me if you hadn't have done Abandoned Ships to get your name out there.
Exactly, 100%, right? So like I've always known that, but like so when we did the we were getting like a tour offer in Japan. I was like, guys, dude, this is money in the bank. Like we tour once a year for like 2 weeks and make enough money that we can literally not like get rich off it and make it a job, but like we can actually take 2 weeks off of our jobs that we get paid for real and and go on vacation for 2 weeks, 3 weeks for free. Like, guys, we're gonna vacation for free and play our instruments 30 minutes a night. But it's just so hard because you got Marcus doing his own thing and just like writing books and stuff. I don't know where the fuck he is, and everyone's just doing random shit. But with that being said, I haven't done anything music, dude. Like, it's weird. I was doing a little bit of DJ stuff, and then the only thing I've been now lately, the last 3 months, I started like an event band. You're gonna laugh and be like, "What the hell does that mean?" Literally,
think I know.
Like weddings and shit.
Yeah, dude. Yo, those people
so
like
it's
at bands, like the bands that play weddings, they look like they're having so much fun.
Dude, it's like the best time of my life. Like it's overboard because like you got me and my brother who like come from touring background.
Yeah.
So like everything's set up like a touring band. Like everybody's on in-ears and like digital consoles, and then everybody's like, I gotta buy in-ears. Why can't we just play with monitors? No, like no, on in-ears. Like it's like gotta be that way. And like you're like fucking Hitler with these people who like have never toured. You know what I mean? They've never really played. Like they're good at their instruments, but they never toured, right?
Yeah.
But it's sick because we get to play like covers, like fucking
these
Earth, Wind & Fire, Michael Jackson. Yeah, and
I mean,
you get paid good money to do it.
I was gonna say, the money is good, right? I would imagine.
Yeah.
And you've done like some weddings for like photo, video, or just video as well, right? So I
still do. Yeah. So
wedding.
Yeah,
huge.
It's perfect. Oh, that's a huge industry, man. Like I work for a big production company here in Toronto, and I get probably about 10. Yeah.
Is that the one that's on your? I have your Instagram up here. I only see the contracting and then is that yours, the Goldfish films, or is that the thing that you?
That's mine. That's just like
your personal
stuff
thing
that I posted. Yeah, my personal.
Oh, okay.
thing.
So this production company is different.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Because whatever, but yeah. So they're pretty. All they do is weddings. So like I get probably like I don't know, probably 10 to 15 a year.
Wow, shit.
So I get them like booked, a year in advance. Take them, and that's it.
Dude, that's
so it's good.
Solid.
It's like really good money.
Unless you like quit or like I don't know, fled to another country, like you're pretty much set for like all right, I got this many weddings next year. Cool.
Exactly, and it never goes down; it just goes up, right?
Well, everyone's getting married, so
yeah,
there's everyone like it's. Sure. I think what's great about the the wedding industry, whether it's like doing the band thing that you're doing or the the digital side of it, the media, like it's never gonna dry up. Maybe there might be years or months where it's less, but there's always gonna be people getting married. So like,
of course, dude, funerals and weddings, like the biggest industry in the world.
Do people film 100%. Funerals?
Yeah.
What?
That's exactly what it is.
They do?
Wait, where was that?
They have like a media team like filming at funerals.
Oh, I thought you said do they film weddings?
Oh, well, I know that. I thought you said that they film at funerals.
No.
I was like,
I'm saying,
oh
like,
my
the industry.
God.
No. Oh my God. Could you imagine that?
Unless it was like
Terrible.
now. Okay, now I just changed it when I'm old and I pass away.
That's what you want.
I
That's
want,
what you want. That's what you want.
but I gotta figure
I'll be the
out.
guy.
It's gotta be. I feel like it's gotta be like documentary style, but with like some like Letterkenny humor.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like some scripted stuff.
For sure. Could you imagine? That's like a documentary, like a montage.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Oh, that's so weird to think about.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
But yeah, but no, I'm saying like, yeah, funerals and weddings, that's like the number one industry. Because it sounds so terrible to say, but people are always going to get married, people are always going to die. There's always money in that industry. You know what I mean?
People are always going to get married.
Bad,
people are always going to die. There's always money in that. Oh, that's the words to live by. Words to live by.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did want to ask.
No.
So the Goldfish films. So what's? And I saw you got it tattooed on your hand too. Is there like a meaning behind like goldfish?
Yeah, it's hilarious. So that's what my grandmother used to call me when I was like a little kid.
I now remember.
Yeah.
On tour, you saying this? I don't know where, when, what year it was, but I do remember that.
So I got it
That's
tattooed
cool.
on me, and I was like, it's so random. It's like goldfish. What the fuck? Yeah, that's
I mean,
it's like ever since I was like literally like probably like baby till when she passed away, and then I got it tattooed on me. I was like, yeah. So that's what that's from. But
I dig it.
But yeah, no, the video thing, dude. Like I stopped doing more of the artsy stuff just because I found, I don't know, it's kind of like, not to say it's being in a band, but like it's like blood sucking in the sense no one has budgets to shoot music videos. So like you find yourself just like being the nice guy and like, yeah, I'll shoot your band video for $200 or for $1,000.
Yeah.
For $2,000, and you're spending fucking 140 hours editing, and they have these visions that are like
ridiculous.
a $60,000 video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they want you to make that possible with $2,000 and like not renting the proper gear or solutions or lighting that you need.
Right.
So it kind of becomes a little bit like, you know what, I'll just stick to the weddings where it's like not cut and dry, but it's a formula. It works.
Yeah, there's the certain ideal look, and it kind of just is like whatever the couple, the newlyweds want. Like you're gonna give it to them because, well, one, you're probably getting paid a lot of good money, but also it's not that difficult. And usually, I feel like if it is difficult, you're like, well, this is what I can do.
Exactly.
Like take it or leave
it. Dude, that big thing is nowadays it's so like, dude, when we were touring and like, you remember when I first showed you at W Premiere? Please tell me, you were shooting that Yellow Wolf video.
The premiere,
was it Yellow Wolf?
You were the one that. Wow, I totally forgot about that.
I gave you my Adobe Premiere.
Yeah, the code,
the cracked version,
and it always fucking like stopped. And we tried getting red. No, what was not red?
The Red Giant.
Yeah, which is funny because now I use a bunch of now I use a bunch of their stuff, but that's dude, I forgot.
That's old. It's insane. That's old. And now you're on Final Cut, whatever. I switched to Final Cut because you went back to Adobe though.
Oh, well, so you gave that to me, and I think it was just having it being a cracked thing. It was always kind of like doing errors and stuff like that. So I went back.
And then you brought them on the bus to show them, and it was like crashing.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Tell me you remember that. Yeah, it was terrible.
Well, it's like, okay, it's, like, so there's blacking out and then there's browning out.
Yeah.
The brown out, you just have to get reminded. So I browned out about that.
Yeah.
I remember we did it, but I totally forgot, and now I remember. That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh my God.
You came on the bus and you were showing in the video. I remember that.
I remember,
really funny.
And I wouldn't be surprised if you were with me when I did it like a couple times with Yellow Wolf, where we would walk around the barbecues, and him and I would just be passing back and forth like a bottle of Jack.
Oh yeah.
And then he had this like doing? Being like a superstar.
Is he huge?
Oh, dude, yeah, he's pretty big. I wonder what let's see here. Dude, there's a song. I don't know if you heard it. I mean, I hope you've heard it. If not, you should. But it's called Bloody Sunday.
Okay, go check it out.
Dude, it's pretty sick. Yeah, he's got like
that's crazy.
966,000 followers.
Yeah, that's huge.
When I left for my tour,
dude, like what the?
with I'll make it real quick. With Sleeping with Sirens on that Disrupt Summer Festival, we were in Nashville, at one of the pre-pro spots, and that's where like buses come in because that's where they come to pick you up and blah 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 blah. Yeah. When we were loading our bus up with all our stuff, he wasn't there, but his bus completely wrapped, like looking like a like a trailer home thing, like. So he's still rocking it. So
still doing it. He's still doing it.
Yeah, he's crushing.
But see, that's so crazy, doesn't that? Isn't that so sad that like the mainstream or like hip hop? Well, that was I would say hip hop world because he was definitely in the hip, still is. But
yeah,
I mean, they go from like zero to hero in like 2 seconds. Then you got bands like us that grinded and did it, or bigger stages pulling like 10 times the amount of kids on tour around that time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and just kind of just flake away. Then you got guys that came who were just like superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is pretty crazy.
Like, I don't think there was more than like, dude, when you were filming those videos for him, it was like, we would have to like, I remember that I was there with you. You have to like make sure you cut the angles right to make the crowd look big on that tour. It was Warped Tour.
Yeah. It's funny to see like, or remember that he was doing Warped Tour. And then,
I think Katy Perry did Warped Tour too.
I was actually literally just going to say, it's like, then you can think about how Katy Perry did Warped Tour. It's like, what? And now she's like, American Idol, you think Ryan Seacrest and Katy Perry and the country star and Lionel Richie and shit like that. So it's like, damn. So it's got the potential, but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. that music that we were involved in will always just be the underground, right? That's just what it is. It's an alternative. But yeah, man.
I definitely was curious of, especially, I mean, it doesn't have to be a tour that both of us were on, but like, do you have, like, when you think of touring, like, do you have a specific memory that you kind of think back to? More on the fun side, or not necessarily like a bad thing, but like a funny memory.
Oh my god, I have to think. Is it bad that like everything's hazy in those days?
Everything's what?
Is it hazy? Hazy.
Oh,
like everything feels hazy. Like I remember things, but like once I talk about them, then I remember them like 100%.
Oh yeah.
But I'm trying to think like funny stuff or best moment. Oh man.
I mean, we had some good times.
How about you?
Oh, dude.
You know what the thing is, dude? I remember a lot of drama.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably why. I just remember a lot of drama. Realize like in a normal world, like for example, like in a normal world, if a video guy gets into a fight with a band member, he's gone in like 2 seconds. And that was never the case. Like you fucking fight. Like Brian and Doriano still stay on tour.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Danny's not going anywhere. What are you guys talking about?
Well,
you know what I mean?
And we won't go into any more detail on what, but like
everyone's cool now.
I think it was any of the arguments that happened with me or like all of the arguments were everyone versus everyone.
100%.
But I think after
you were like around.
Everyone knew how stupid it was, and it just like kind of like stopped.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it got real intense. And then it just were like, oh, well,
that was
okay.
Dumb. That was dumb.
I will say, I do, and this is just because I watched some of these videos, but and this wasn't in it, I don't think. But do you remember throwing the blinds out the window? Dude, we had...
Who did? I did?
Yeah, we had bandwagon. We're driving down after one of the Warped Tour dates. And it was one of the nights where you, myself, Nick, and we had like a solo cup war.
Oh
dude, I'm talking like hundreds of solo cups all over the floor, and like the blinds were falling down, so you like ripped them off and like threw them out the door or out the window.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember.
And then you
like
pretended to throw out the printer, but you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Damn it! I hit the wrong one. I need to label these
Shit.
things. There we go.
Yeah.
It was one of those nights.
Oh, shit!
Dude, but I don't know. There's a
That's
bunch.
fucking funny.
Like if you
There's
watch
a lot.
the Tourholics one I made, like dude, there's a bunch. Like just I do it sometimes. I'll just go back and watch videos.
Oh, I literally torture my girlfriend by like not making her watch on like all the tour videos,
Dude.
and she's like looking at me like, "Hey, first off, your hair was terrible. Secondly, what the fuck were you wearing? And thirdly, what are you guys doing?" I'm like, "No, but it was so much fun. You had to be there."
Yeah,
But
it's
now
like,
I look back, I'm like, "We're fucking psycho." For sure.
I will say
What do you
though,
do when you got like fucking 20-year-old kids on the tour bus for fucking
yeah,
10 weeks?
yeah, Rebel
what it
8,
is.
Rebel 8,
That's it.
all that.
Rebel 8. I still have a Rebel 8.
I mean,
shirt
Rebel 8's
somewhere.
still sick. I don't care. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say, so the one memory that I first thought of, because I was trying to think of one that was like one that we were on the same tour, but the one that I think always comes back to my mind, it's when I was with Of Mice and Men, and it's actually on the end of one of the YouTube videos that I made for them. And I wouldn't be surprised if I showed it to you in person or talked about it somehow, but it was New York show with the mice. I don't remember who else was on the bill, but after it was like all the people came out, like New York, all the suits like to come out.
Yeah.
So we all went to like a bar and then a strip club after, and then half the people left, and it ended up being myself, Alan, and then our merch guy, Mark. We all left.
Yeah.
And so it was up to the three of us to get our own cab. So this is before Uber.
Yeah, way before Uber.
Oh my God. Wow. I would not do that again.
No, that's terrible.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
You got so wrapped up in having like Lyft and Uber nowadays that you're like, oh my God, fuck. Okay.
Like, how did we function
Holy
to get
crap,
around before?
that's scary. Oh,
When you're like blackout drunk? Dude, I remember, okay, so speaking about that, I remember we were on tour with WeCart. You were on the tour, bro. You remember when we picked up Kyle? Please tell me you're on the tour in Boston. We were leaving. They left Kyle in Boston. Were you not on that tour?
Tell me, do you
Please
know?
tell me you're on the tour. We were leaving we were leaving.
WeCart. Was that the with Amir?
Fire and Ice tour.
Yeah. I don't necessarily. It might come back. Wait, did we go to like some DJ club and he was having a performance? No.
That wasn't it. We were leaving the Palladium.
Oh.
And Kyle was like at a hotel, and like we were driving away. We saw him walking. We're like, who is that? We're like, it looks like Kyle. And we stopped on the side of the road and we fucking picked him up, and his band left him. They left him in Boston, and we just so happened to be leaving the venue after WeCart, and I guess they like said, "Fuck it," they left because standard shit they would do back then.
Oh my God, I don't remember that.
Yeah, we picked him up and we brought him to the venue, and then he turned his phone off and fucked with the band for like 4 hours.
Dude, that's fun.
Because he knew he was safe with us,
so
and
funny.
like obviously he was gonna fuck with us, you know.
I mean,
good times, man.
What a dude. Fuck.
Yeah. It's tragic, man.
I know.
Tragic, but I do have another memory with you.
Well, hey,
a poop dollar.
Hey, okay, hold on. Let me just finish mine real quick. But that is great because that's also on YouTube. But yeah, just real quick. So we left, and it was up to myself, Alan, and Mark to get our own. I almost said Uber, our own cab. So it was probably at least like a 30-minute cab ride. We get back, and because it was, I think, a day off the next day, so we had a hotel room. And like it happened to be this hotel that had like, no joke, there was at least like 20 other tour buses. And there was one that looked, well, we thought it was ours. Okay. So, on the buses, there's the pin pads. So we're getting there and like, I don't know who tried first, but we're like what it's not working. Like, right. So have you ever like hit like on the side of a bus, like kind of banged on it? It makes kind of like
dude, it sounds like a halt. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah. It makes like a doo. So like
Yeah, it sounds
Mark,
like a weird underwater noise.
Yeah, Mark is hitting the side of the bus like really hard. Like, I mean, we're all pretty drunk, like, but we're trying to like, cause it's late. I would say it's I don't know, maybe anywhere from like 1 to 3 a.m. So people, well, okay, maybe not asleep. They should be awake, but basically trying to get someone's attention. So I'm filming this entire thing. Alan's trying to open the door by the keypad, which it's not working. Mark is banging on the bus, talking to me, saying, "This is the front lounge." And then he goes, "This is this person's bunk." And he starts where a bunk would probably start. And he goes almost the entire bunk alley, saying it's one person's bunk. In my head, I'm like, you're dumb. But he's banging, yelling. And then all of a sudden you hear Alan say, "Hey, I got it open." And we both, Mark and I, run around, and we all three of us enter. I might have gotten one, like maybe a step or two. And we look in, and there's one acoustic guitar, and it's not our bus. Not our bus at all. Alan
and
just
no one answered?
No one was on there.
Oh my god.
Well, maybe we didn't like go past like the driver's area. Because we realized it wasn't our bus because it looked completely different, but the outside had a similar like wrap to it.
Yeah.
So both of us were like, holy shit. And the cab driver is still waiting for us, watching us pretty much break into this bus. Like, he's like, no, he was like a very nice, innocent Indian man that could barely speak English. So like, he's not sure what he's witnessing. Like, I don't know. Not. But that's funny, man. It's on YouTube. I sometimes I forget to put links, but
or even just link me privately because I gotta watch it now.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Okay, poop dollar.
Poop dollar. Oh my god! And now the funny thing is like that was your idea.
Yeah, for sure.
You know that was because I remember this. I remember us sitting in a hotel room bored. Because people think tour is fucking amazing. They do nothing, but they do everything, but you literally do nothing. Sit in a hotel room and watch TV. But
no, we were spraying beer at each other.
Like, oh, we got spraying, yeah, because we were like 12-year-olds, and we're like, we're gonna do something, and you're like, dude, let's get $1. And dude, we literally shit. Like, you want to explain the story? You gotta explain the story.
No, you probably remember it more. All I know though is that I did not do the shit.
No, Brian did the shit.
Okay. I know I did. I just know I didn't do it. But
yeah, because Brian's like, we're like, whoever shit has to put the $1 down because I'm not touching someone else's fucking shit dollar. Because that's disgusting. Like, why would you shit and then I pick up the shit? That makes no sense. You shit on the $1 and put your own shit down, right?
It makes perfect sense.
Whatever he puts, he fucking shit in $1, folded it, and you got your fucking, I don't know what lens you had, like 24 to 105 or something from the other side of the fucking street.
Yeah. And we had, I don't know who it was. They had
and Brian, beside it with a mic. With an
I think they had their iPhone just doing like the
recording
thing, so we can get that audio. Yeah, dude, I remember we did that.
We had like no mic
because that was like you and me talking like, oh yeah, dude, it's gonna like seem like there's some like production behind it. Like we're gonna be so far away, but we can hear them.
Yeah, remember? And it did.
No, it worked great, and it was amazing. And I actually think that's how the episode like ended. I wonder if the thing is I don't remember which episode it was.
I think it was
or not episode, but
it was a Fire and Ice tour.
Was it
one of them? It's right there. I've seen it recently because it's a dude. It looks like it was staged. It's a business guy with a suit carrying a briefcase.
It was with this girl.
The guy's like with a girl, and he picks it up, and then Brian's like beside him, like they're pretending to just be random civilians having a smoke. Remember? And he picks it up and he goes, "Poop!" And the guy throws it.
Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Yeah, he like picks it up and looks at it, and because he hears us. Poop!
Yeah, exactly.
Which one is it, dude? Nah,
people do those pranks nowadays. People do that shit nowadays, and they don't even put real shit in it. We didn't have to put real shit in it. We could have fucking put like chocolate. Like, we didn't have to go to that extreme, but we did because we were like, it's got to be legit.
Man, dude, we could have
probably got to be able to smell the shit through the phone.
Oh, well, yeah, because we didn't do like a close up. Woe is me tour, I think. I don't know.
Fire and Ice.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
sure.
see. Woe Is Me, Fire and Ice. See, I need to have hire my brother or something to be the person
There you
with
go.
the. I just don't know which one it is because I think there's 4 of them.
Oh man, there's so many. You did 4 of that tour. You like one a week.
Fire and Ice update video. Dude, I think it is more towards. It might have been 3. This is gonna kill me, dude.
Yeah, as soon as we get off this call, I'm gonna literally go watch it.
It might, because I don't want to spend too much time looking for this. So if I don't find it within like the next few minutes, like I might.
Well, it's all good.
Is this it? No, it's not.
It's there. You'll find it.
I'll find it. But
you'll find it.
That was pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
I was trying to find. Do you know where?
Oh, we've done crazy shit though. Like we're the king of pranks. We did fucked up shit. Like we threw fucking. Do you remember when we threw like firecrackers inside of garbage cans in the bus?
Yep, I actually just watched it. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Right after that happened, our driver pulled over.
All you see is his fucking snap.
Yeah, he.
And all you see is people's big ass hand come out and like try to punch whoever.
Yeah, because Nick. He's the one that I think is holding the trash can, and what he does is he opens up his bunk curtain and kind of like wafts the trash can in.
Yeah.
And all you see is like half of Devo's torso and face and arm, but like full on like flexed arm, like I'm gonna sock you so fucking hard.
Oh my god!
Like
burn this place
down. That guy made a killing. Yeah. Dude, how about the sour cream challenge?
No, it was a half cup of ranch.
Ranch. Oh my god!
And
dude,
then I
watched that like a month ago.
Dude,
that's so bad.
Dude,
that's so bad,
man. Good times.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Shit.
Yeah, man. That's it. We're on for an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, dude. Dig it. Sometimes I'm like, I don't have like an actual expectation for how long they're gonna go. So it's like, in my head, I'm like, hey man, if we get 30 minutes, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are the ones that like, without a shadow of doubt, get over like an hour or so. So it's like, okay.
Sure, definitely.
Sick. Well, I will put all your socials and whatnot in the bio.
Yeah.
I'm looking at 2 photos that it's on my Flickr. One, you've posted both, but there's that jump shot, a side view jump shot Warped Tour.
Okay.
And then there's the one you tuning a bass. I mean, not a bass, acoustic.
Your call, you pick, bro.
Because I like to, so I can do like a post. I put like the logo and then like your name and stuff like that. Well, they're both on your fucking.
Whichever one you pick.
Okay. Well,
they're both on my IG.
Yeah, fool.
Are they both?
I think. Yeah. Well, it's kind of downward, but it's there. I think both of them are. I don't even know where that is. Let's see here. It's on there. Both. You posted this 2015. Jeez.
Holy shit.
Well, I don't know. I'll choose one. Just. Yeah.
Choose one.
It's more for just like the actual post, so I can throw it up.
Oh, even the this was classic.
What?
You pick one. There's so many, dude.
I'll try. I'm trying to find one. I'll try to find one.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just find like a real throwback one. Like I think we took it the first Warped Tour. It's like a green background, like trees or some shit. I don't know. But
that's hilarious.
Something old.
You pick. I'm leaving it to you. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Yeah.
Sick,
and that's the thing. It's like a throwback. It's a throwback podcast. Yeah. That's
sick, man.
Bro, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks
I'm
for
gonna get going. 11 o'clock here.
Yeah.
And
get your beauty sleep.
I gotta try, man. I gotta go back to my house. I'm working on my house now. I'm renovating it, so it's like crazy long days. Yeah.
Well, damn.
I'm back there at
even more so.
But yeah, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. Cool.
Dude, 100%. Keep in touch and don't hesitate to call if you just want to chat off the record, you know? I'm always here.
Good. Sounds good. Likewise, man.
All right, bro.
All right.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, eh? Have a good one.
You
Ciao.
too. Bye.